Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ro and today we are going to talk about all the movies that I watched in the month of November. So the first movie that I watched is Thoroughbreds, starring Anya Taylor-Joy and the girl from Bates Motel. I always forget her name and she's such a great actress. But anyways, I watched Thoroughbreds and I gave this one 3.5 out of 5. I know a lot of people absolutely love this movie. I found it very weird. I don't think I'll be rewatching it, but I did think that it was very interesting. So, I don't know if I should give a premise because I feel like it's just going to give it away. I guess the basic premise is that these two girls are trying to rekindle a friendship that they have had for years, but obviously they've been drifting apart, and so they're trying to rekindle a friendship, and they both realize that neither of them are as sane as they seem, and they plot a murder. A very strange, slow burn movie, but I definitely think it's worth watching. I do think it's worth a watch because, like I said, I still did enjoy it, 3.5 stars, but I don't completely love it, and I won't be rewatching it. Next, I watched There's Someone Inside Your House. I had read the book by Stephanie Perkins and I thought it was okay. It's a YA slasher book. There was just too much romance going on and not enough slashing of teenagers. I said that. I don't know, I wanted it to feel more like a Scream kind of movie, but it just didn't feel that way. What really pissed me off about this movie is that they completely changed the identity of the killer. And someone who was very innocent and sweet in the book, they converted to the killer, and I wasn't a fan of that. And I think a lot of people probably hated that too if they had read the book. There's a few things that were very different from the book. I do like that it did feel more of a slasher in the movie than in the book. But, you win some, you lose some. I think that both the book and the movie aren't that great. I do, again, think that the book is better. I think I gave the book 3 stars. I could be wrong, but I only gave the movie 2.5. So, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan and I will not be rewatching it. Next, I watched No One Gets Out Alive. I loved the book. I thought the book was very good, very scary, very tense. Really loved the idea behind the story. I had some issues with the pacing sometimes in the book. I had some issues with the last 200 pages. They were just very slow. But all in all, I thought the book was good. And when I heard that they had made a movie from this book, I was keen. When you get told that a book is becoming a movie, you expect it to actually be like the book, right? There's nothing worse than a movie using the same title as the book, changing everything. This movie I gave 1.5 stars, and I think that's me being generous because I hated it. I didn't like the protagonist. I thought that it was just really done so badly. I don't even know how to explain it because I don't want to give too much away because I know that some people really want to watch it or some people really liked it. But because I read the book, I just was expecting a lot more. The book has so much information going on. It's so intense. It's creepy. I just expected that in the movie, and the movie was totally different. They changed the names of all the characters. In the movie, they filmed it in the United States, whereas in the book, it's in the UK. So things are different there, but the main protagonist's name's been changed. The antagonist's names are changed. It just didn't feel the same. Even if I was to separate it from the book and give you guys my opinion on the movie on its own, I didn't like it. It wasn't tense. I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel any thrills from it. It was just so bland and boring, and it was just such a disappointment. It was such a disappointment. The basic premise is this woman who is out of her luck. She has no money. She has nothing going for her. She has this minimal job, and she can only afford to stay at this place that's like super cheap, and the guys that own this place are really creepy. And I think that that's as far as comparisons go with the two. In the book, there's a lot more like supernatural stuff that happens. There's a lot of like physical and mental violence. And in the movie, it was so short. It was an hour and a half. The book has like over 600 pages. I don't want to rant, so I'm not going to even talk any more about this, but go into this movie if you want to. I don't recommend it. I don't think it was good. But, you know, everybody has different tastes. You might like it. Then I watched 21 Jump Street. This is something that I've obviously already seen because it's an old movie. But I just really felt like watching something really funny, and I felt like watching this. And I enjoyed it. Then I watched June. This one's very hard for me to rate because I'm not sure if it was me who wasn't paying enough attention or I wasn't really in the mood for it, but like I just felt like it dragged. I felt like I was confused with like what was going on, because they would be talking about this planet and these people from this planet, and I'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, they never went into like backstory or detail or shown you what that planet was or the people on that planet were. Like, I was so confused in this movie. Aesthetically, I think it's beautiful. The acting is great. The lead actors are great. I love Timothée Chalamet. I think he's fantastic. So I had no issues with the cast. I thought they were all great. Again, visuals, beautiful, amazing. But the movie itself, I was bored. I feel like so weird saying that. Like, I feel like so dumb. Me saying I don't know what was going on. Me telling you guys I was bored. Like, I just feel stupid. I might have to give it another go and like really concentrate. But like, there's not a lot of dialogue either. Like, I don't know what the hell I was like so confused about. Please let me know if like I'm not alone in this, because I was just like, I just didn't know what was going on, to be honest. Anyway, I didn't hate it, so I gave it 3 stars out of 5. I still enjoyed myself, but like I said, I'm not keen to like rewatch it, but I feel like I should, because I need to know what the hell was going on and if I missed anything. Then I watched Ready or Not. This is a rewatch. I love this movie. Tell you guys straight off the bat that I gave it 5 stars because I absolutely love this. I love Samara Weaving. She is my favorite. Well, Megan Fox is my favorite, but Samara Weaving is a close second. Love her acting, love her movies. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I love Ready or Not. If you haven't seen Ready or Not, it is basically about this girl who gets married to this guy, and she has to play a game on the wedding night because it's tradition. It gets crazy after that, and that is all I'm going to say. It is a horror, and the ending is just epic. But yeah, definitely give it a go. I think that it is a fun time. Next was another rewatch. It is Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence and Tim Robbins. This is a late 90s movie. Really a lot of fun comedy. It was just funny and silly, and I don't know. I just felt like watching this. I hadn't seen it in ages, and it was just, I was in the mood. This is actually like the plot that's on the website, so don't tell me that I've spoiled anything for you, but it's basically about this businessman who finds his wife cheating on him, and he is in such despair, decides to rob his boss because that's who was sleeping with his wife. And yeah, things just get crazy, and it's a lot of fun. And if you like, movies like Beverly Hills Cop, I think that you'd enjoy this one. Then I watched P2. This was a first time watch. I didn't realize that this had a Christmas theme. Otherwise, I probably would have watched it in December. But this is a story about a girl who gets kidnapped in her office building on the parking lot too. And the guy who kidnaps her is like weird and crazy and obsessed with her, and she has to escape. So kind of like a Hush type of movie. I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but it was okay for what it was. There are better versions of this kind of movie, so, but I still think it's fine, and I think that it's enjoyable and worth a watch. Then I went to the movies and watched No Time to Die. This is the latest 007, and I absolutely loved it. I think it was way better than Spectre. I think it was way better than Skyfall. I just think it was great. It was a fantastic ending to the Daniel Craig series. So many emotions and thoughts. I loved it, and I just don't know what else to say because I don't want to give anything away, but I definitely think that you need to rewatch Spectre before watching this because they do bring up some stuff that happened in that movie. So definitely think that you should watch that before you go and watch the new one. One thing I was disappointed in is that Ana de Armas is not in as much of this movie as I thought she would be, and she's so good in what she is in, and she's so good, her character is so good, and I love her so much as an actress. So I was really bummed that she wasn't in a lot of this. I think the movie was still really good, and I definitely think that you guys should check it out if you like the 007 movies. Then I watched Prom Night 2, Hello Mary Lou. This is completely different to the Prom Night original movie with Jamie Lee Curtis. This is a sequel, but really it's completely different, and I actually really enjoyed it. It's very weird. It's a very weird kind of supernatural slasher. I'm gonna say it's kind of like a Final Destination type slasher because it's not really like a killer in a mask. It's like an entity. I found it really interesting. It was silly. It was a good time. I might watch it again if it's on TV, but it's not something that I will keep and rewatch. I don't know, I just didn't love it. But I totally understand why some people really love this movie. The premise to this movie is that this prom queen has a bit of a Carrie moment, and she gets humiliated and she dies, and then her spirit comes back because it's been awakened, and she tortures people and kills people. It's just cheesy 80s horror fun, and I definitely think that if you love that, then you will love this movie. Then I went to watch Eternals at the movies. I won't lie to you guys, I was drawn to it because I had heard about that cameo. I really want to say who is in the cameo because I'm pretty sure everybody knows by now, but I don't want to give anybody any spoilers in case that you guys don't know and you've been living under a rock. But when H shows up at the end, that was the best part of the entire movie. I didn't hate this, but it wasn't my favorite. I think that it could have been better. It was really cheesy in some parts. It didn't do it for me. I love Angelina Jolie, but even her in this was not that great. Like, she's probably the best one in the whole movie. But yeah, I don't know. I'll still probably continue with the Eternal series. If they make more movies, I'll definitely go check them out. But to me, this is probably one of my least favorite Marvel movies so far. So it was okay. Again, the cameo at the end and that revealing at the end is what's gotten me excited to watch the next ones. Then I watched Haunt. I was at a friend's house. They had never watched it, and I decided that because I was in a group, Okay, so apparently my camera cut out and didn't grab the rest of the footage, so I'm going to have to just do it here. So I also watched Venom, the second movie. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was better than the first one. Then I watched Signs, so that's just a rewatch. Really love that movie. I know Mel Gibson has his issues, but I really love that movie and I think it's a great movie. Then I watched A Christmas Prince and it was okay. Like, I don't think that there was anything special about it, but I will be checking out the sequels because I enjoyed it enough. I probably won't rewatch it, but I will check out the sequels. And then after that, I watched Cube and I absolutely loved it. I know that a lot of people were recommending it on
film tube, so I am definitely happy that I checked it out. It's from the 90s, and I'm really surprised I hadn't seen it before because, you know, I'm a 90s kid. But anyway, really loved it. The concept was great, the acting was great. I just loved the whole thing. I don't even know what else to say because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I gave my review properly in my video that cut out, so I'm a bit bummed. But anyways, thank you so much for watching my video. If you guys want more of the content, just check out my Letterboxd. Everything is there. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.